Last Christmas, oh my friends, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. Glass. Welcome, my friends. Ooh, Balkan Breakfast, Season 3, Episode 14, 15, 16. Who gives a shit, my friends? You enjoying. That's the most important stuff, sorry. Hey, my friends, you see, huh? Merry Christmas to everybody who will celebrate Christmas this December. And for us true Orthodox people, we will celebrate it in January. My friends, doesn't matter, same holiday. Merry Christmas. I wish you all the luck, all the love, and all the money in the world. But first and most foremost and the most important, is your health. Super. I'm gonna take this off. It's very hot. So, my friends, welcome. How are you today? Good. Opa. Micah. Good. My friends, today, as you can see, I'm with my... You see this guy, huh? Op. This guy is František. On Czech, on our language is Franjo. This guy basically is an immigrant. But I'm keeping him safe in the house, don't worry. Super. So, my friends, you guessed it right. Today we are going to talk about migration, emigration, immigration, legal versus legal, stuff like this. What's the point, how it will progress in the future, and stuff like this. My friends, I made the list. The list is що да ти кажу, bombona. Super. So, my friends, first of all, we have two types of migration. Illegal, legal, right? Super. So, for example, my friends, what is a legal migration? You know, I don't have to tell you the history. Since forever, my friends, we were migrating from one place to another, from this place to another. Even back in the days, my friends, our ancestors, you know, from here to America, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't want to bother. Super. My friends, you see, the migration, the legal one. I made the list. You're going to enjoy the list, trust me. It's going to be a long video, but you have these timelines. Super. My friends, first of all, the legal migration. So EU free movements, work permits, study visas, family joinage, this, how is it called, reunification, stuff like this. Balkan English problem. Then, my friend, you have illegal migration, which is like border crossing, overstaying visa, living in your cousin basement so nobody can find you. Driving taxi but in a very shady car and stuff like this. I don't want to talk much. Super. Of course, then you have this fake asylum, which we will talk. Don't worry, my friends, it's gonna be a very, very good episode. Super. My friends, you see, let's start first of all with the legal migration. So the Balkan in general, in this continent, the very beautiful continent of ours, is like an open vein. By vein I mean vena, not Mr. Vein. Super. My friends, you see, we from the Balkans, especially Romania, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Serbia, Croatia, back in the days, Montenegro, blah, 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 I don't want to mention all the countries, doesn't matter, my friends. We migrate, legally of course, to Germany, Austria, Sweden, Norway, blah, 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 blah. Me in Czech Republic, stuff like this, you know, legal migration. But the problems, my friends, with this is actually that when this happens, and lately for the past 20 years even, it's more accelerated because of politics, mostly in the Balkans, my friends. You see the doctors are leaving, the engineers, but the real doctors and the real engineers are leaving. We're gonna talk about the fake ones. Don't worry, everything is covered. Super. You know, teachers are leaving, electricians are leaving, Zidar, my friends, for the wall is leaving, everybody's leaving. And of course, now, in these modern times, my friends, when I go back home for winter and summer vacation, my friends, if you actually need an electrician, you're gonna pay him or her like 100x more than you paid him or her 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You understand? It's a really big problem because all of them went to Germany. They saw that actually they can make a lot of money because these, how can I say, these positions at the moment, like plumber, electrician, and blah blah blah, my friends, are actually in a very big demand, and they can charge a lot of money. And they're making a lot of money. You understand? Because now, my friend, all of a sudden IT became irrelevant. And now with the AI accelerating even more. But that's for another topic. You understand? Super. So, my friends, you see, from the Balkans, even though we export products, we actually export people faster. You see, we export everything. We're feeding Europe, bruh. Super. Not super, but super. But then again, my friends, even this is actually causing a really big, how can I say, stress on the social system and on the pension system. Watch my previous episode, very good episode. You see, because of this, because our politicians are actually, Stoyan Vele, Nebojša, Vukašin and so on, my friends, they're extremely stupid, but at least they have the glasses. They're like 300 kilos each because they eat a lot of baby beef and this kind of shit. My friends, they actually fucked it up so much that now in the Balkans especially, my friends, there are literally ghost cities and literally ghost villages. Literally. So now we are actually dependent on import for everything. That's for another video. Super, my friends. Then let's say Western, Central Europe as well, yes, but let's say Western and North Europe more. My friends, their hypocrisy actually wrote it here. Because they're actually hypocritical. Because they need workers, but in the same time, they're actually fearing migration, especially now. We're going to talk about it, don't worry. And of course, my friends, they're actually, how can I say, they're blaming everybody now for everything. You understand? Because they fucked it up. It's fucked up since long time ago, but let's say 2015 forward, with this Balkan route, which the immigrants from Middle East and blah, blah, blah were coming. My friends, and from Latin America as well, sorry. My friends, they were coming via Balkan routes and they fucked a lot of things up, but we will talk about it, don't worry. Super. My friends, illegal immigration, how does it work? My friends, we have, first of all, a couple of routes in the European continent. So, the first one is the Mediterranean with the boats, the ones that are coming in UK and Germany, that side, Holland and so on. You know this route, doesn't matter. Next, my friends, you have something which we call Balkan forest. Because if you go to a forest in the Balkans, most probably there are some immigrants who are stuck there since 2015. Or maybe they wanted to live there for some awkward reason. You understand? They wanted to become Balkan. Super. Not super, but super. Then, my friends, with trucks, with trains, and of course the most popular one for shushki, for money, fake marriages. They're gonna marry some girl or some guy, doesn't matter, in the Balkans, so all of a sudden, passport. You see a guy from Serbia, it doesn't matter. I don't want to make jokes about this, but you understand. Super. My friends, we have these actors who are, how can I say, a really big problem, which are actually the smugglers. Then you have, I have to be honest, because this show is created to be brutally honest, we have the border police, which is totally corrupt, let's be honest. Then, my friends, you have organized crime in general, and then my friends, you have politicians that when they see this problem, they're acting shocked, like, what happened? You see, my friend, it's not what happened. It happens every fucking day. You understand? Super. Not super, but super. The biggest problem, my friends, is the, how can I say, a step that I'm really, really, really against it. And I'm gonna use now good English so everybody can understand me. All of a sudden, from Balkan, we switch to good English. Super. Good show, huh? Franjo, say it. Franjo is... He wants to work, but... listen, my friends. I'm really against the asylum seeking part because now they're coming from everywhere and they will be like, how can I say, people who will ask for economic rescue. They will ask for because they want to stay permanently in your country and they want to be part of your country for some awkward reason. It happens like this, doesn't matter. My friends, listen, I'm really against this part because because this part, first of all, is totally broken part. Because first of all, they're waiting in line forever. The people who are actually documenting these illegal immigrants are actually people who are paid, prepaid before, not postpaid. Remember this, very important. There is no clear answers for like 10 years. And my friends, in the meantime, they're keeping them in, as we say in my language, zatvor, which means a prison, something which looks like a prison or some abandoned hospital or some abandoned school in some village. And of course, my friend, because they don't like to live like that, because they were promised by somebody that in European Union we actually take euros from the trees. You understand that actually the life here is superb, my friends. It is, Fifi, but you have to work for it. You understand? There is no free money, never, no free money. You have to work for every fucking euro. You understand, my friends? You who are immigrating illegally, I know that you're causing a lot of problems. Not all of you, but most of you are causing a lot of problems now, especially in Western, North, and even here, my friends, in Central Europe. You're doing illegal things. You want to do things by force. I don't want to explain the whole situation, my friends. You who are watching me are smart and you will understand it. The problem is that you're causing so much problem that now actually the people woken up. I don't know what took them like 10 years to actually wake up to this problem, because until now, my friends, until you actually came, the illegal ones from other continents to here, before you came, my friends, we were actually the problem. Eastern Europeans and Balkans, believe it or not. You understand? You understand? Super. My friends, it's enough of good English. I'm gonna switch to Balkan English. Propaganda in my head. Go away. Mrsh. ABC Mike. Super. My friends, you see, that's actually the real problem. That's actually the real problem, because now they're actually trying to deport these people, right? But we have these documents which are drafted by Helga, Helmut, Sebastian, Tobias, and so on. Same guys, different video. Before like a long time ago. And my friends, now we have to take care of everybody, because if we actually return them back to their country, my friends, lions will lead them. You understand? Or they will be prosecuted by their government, or something will happen, because they're actually coming from extremely problematic countries. And this is the reality. This is the reality. But my friends, now they're deporting these people from the rich countries to Balkans, bruh. Again, really, in the Balkans? My friends, are you serious? So before these people came, we were actually the problem of European Union. We were taking your jobs and we were doing this crazy shit, which we were not. That's total propaganda. And Eastern Europeans, brothers and sisters, love you very much. We were the problem. But now these people are the problem. We are not the problem. So you just switch people like from Helga to Helmut, from Helmut to Sebastian, from Sebastian to Tobias, and you switch the problem. Now the Balkans are guilty. Now the Eastern Europeans are guilty. Now, all of a sudden, my friends, this who came from 2015, now they're guilty. They're coming to your countries to this day. But now, because you cannot actually take them, because your people actually woken up, now you're going to deport them to the Balkans. You're going to even make a bigger problem. Do you understand me? You're going to make a bigger problem. We don't want to be the deportation center for everybody. Because my country, for example, is deportation center of the domestic people. We are all around the world except in my country. Because glupantropy, stupid people who are in power all of our lives, fucked our country up in the first place. Now, because of Shushki, they want to take these illegal migrants from Western and Europe, doesn't matter, to our country again. Problem. Very big problem. But, my friends, you see, with this asylum thingy, the paperwork is slow. Everything is slow. The people who are doing the paperwork are paid. Everything is paid. There is no political courage. They just want something, but they don't know what they want. You understand? I'm really against this step. I want this asylum thingy. If you want to come to this country, my friends, go like I did, go to the embassy, apply for a working visa, student visa, doesn't matter what kind of visa. My friend, find a job, do work and pay taxes. Nobody here gives a shit. You understand? If you're legal, but if you're illegal, problem. Problem, super. In the end of the day, my friend, be like Poland. Live like Poland, think like Poland, be like Poland. Look at them. Everybody was laughing at Poland, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. Now it's a giant. If Poland doesn't exist, we will have nothing to eat, literally. But you're too stupid to realize that. Super. Not super, but super. These illegal migrants are, when they're passing to this route, let's say for the Balkan route, right? Balkan is just like a waiting room for them. You understand? It's just like a waiting room. They're stuck, my friends, in camps, in forest, on the road, on the highway. They're doing crazy shit along the way because, of course, your media here, Western and blah, 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 but they don't show what they actually did to my country and to other countries along the way, starting from Greece and going to the north. My friends, they actually made very big problems. But you never show these things because you're both idioti, teški debili. You never show these kind of things. I'm sorry for the headphone users, I have to swear, sorry. Super. My friends, and then in the Balkans, even if they stay, our governments are shit. The salary is pretty much shit. You have to be literally an engineer or a doctor to earn money, not fake one. Super. You understand? Super. My friends, the dirty secret that they will actually tell you is that, Franjo, you know the secrets, huh? Franjo, sorry, my friends, I'm going crazy. I'm talking to Franjo all of a sudden. My friends, you know, legal migration, usually people are working when they're legal. They have to work. The dirty secret in this part of Europe is that they're gonna tell you, yes, these doctors and engineers who are coming from Mars, let's leave it at that, who are coming from Mars, they will work. Yes, my friends, they're working on the streets, doing illegal things. You don't have to actually look at your TV. You can, my friends, you can go outside and you will check it for yourself. You understand? Because they don't know what else to do, because the governments here, my friends, they don't know how to include them in the first place. Even if they want to include them, the people, they don't want to be included. Why? Because, my friends, they're coming here because they were promised quick cash. Remember this, they don't... Wait, sorry, I have to do the... Sorry, Franjo, look at the screen. Super. My friends, listen. Sorry, bre, my nose. My friends, listen. These people, when they come here, they're not coming with knowledge about how European Union works, how Europe works, what system goes where, how you should do this, the economy, the social system, the pension, the taxes, the municipality. They don't know this shit. They don't care about this shit because they're actually coming from a jungle with the lions. My friends, they don't want this. They want just quick cash so they can send money to their families, which is legit, my friends, because they were born in this kind of country. They didn't create it, this kind of country. You understand? So the history is actually, it's history fault. But, my friends, you cannot control them because they don't want to pay taxes to Helga, Johannes, Tobias. They don't know how this system works. They don't know how to invest. They don't know how to be a good citizen. They don't know how to recycle plastic, paper, this kind of... They don't know this shit. They don't care about it. So they're gonna do, the only thing that they're gonna do is they're gonna go on the streets and they're gonna do crime. That's why in every major city in European Union, my friends, in general, the crime is through the roof. Now, actually, through the roof, punch the ceiling, went to Jupiter. You understand? It's a very big problem. But nobody wants to see this problem. They want to stay in Brussels, lock behind the door, say yes, no, yes, no. That's it. And the normal people, we have to deal with these people. You understand? Because the government, they actually brought you the people, the doctors and engineers, right? And now you have to deal with them. How you deal with them? By creating more ghettos. Super! My friend, listen. Sorry, I started to stutter. When I'm getting excited, I'm stuttering. Listen, my friends. Who actually give power to these people in Brussels, in European Union, in governments? Doesn't matter. Who give power to them? You! Nobody else. You. Yes, of course, the elections are actually pre-made, pre-approved, and pre-designed. Yes, I know. But still, my friends, you go out and you vote. I really don't understand how you can vote until this day for somebody that actually wants to actually take you more and more illegal immigrants to your country so you can get more and more fucked, and until, my friends, and your country is getting just more and more and more expensive. You cannot buy apartment at all, you cannot buy nothing, but at least you have doctors and engineers on the street, not in offices in the hospital, on the street. You know, these are street doctors. It's funny, but it's not funny. You understand? Super, I'm going back. Super. My friends, as I mentioned, crime, fear, and reality. Not all of them are actually doing this. Not all of them are creating fear. Not all of them are doing crime, but some of them, which you actually didn't document properly and you didn't pre-check them before coming, because they're coming from, I don't know if it's safe for YouTube, my friends, from some groups that are extremely dangerous in their countries. You understand me? You're smart people. You will get me. You will understand me. Sorry. Right? Super. So you see, you didn't actually pre-check them. You don't know who you're dealing with. Plus, most of these people who are committed for something in their country, some crime or something, my friends, before arriving to your country, they're actually tearing up the passport, the ID card, they're throwing away everything, and all of a sudden their brain doesn't work, they don't speak any language. You understand? If you want, you can find them, of course, by fingerprints, by face ID, but my friends, if Helga and Johannes approves, but they don't. So you see, problem by problem by problem by problem by problem. My friends, the system is, listen, the system always stays broken because it actually, when the system is broken, it benefits many people. You know, politicians are getting more votes in the broken system because the system is broken and they can, they can design it for themselves. You understand? Then, my friends, smugglers are getting extremely rich, and plus, trust me, there are smugglers who are connected to somebody who is connected to Tobias in the parliament, and you're voting for Tobias, who is 97, a dinosaur, and knows everything. You understand? You don't understand, but you will understand now. Super. Then, my friend, the media, they don't give a shit because they're just chasing headlines. You understand? They're just chasing headlines. They just want to have this headline. These migrants doing this. These camps. This is something. They don't care. They don't show you the real picture, because you should actually go and talk with these illegal migrants, not to the people who actually brought them, not to the smugglers, not to your politicians. You have to go and talk with them. You will see that they don't know anything. So you see this process again like a chain. Remember from a couple of videos ago, from point A to point B. Everybody along this chain, shushki, keshkolica, ishmekerica. You understand? So they want this chaos to remain because they're enjoying the chaos. You know, they're actually enjoying the chaos. So my friends, like in every video, I'm the smartest guy alive. And I have solutions. You and me sitting in kafana after 10 rakias, my friends, trust me, we have solutions. You understand? I just don't have meze by 8. Doesn't matter. Super. So, my friends, we need them. Before we go to the solutions, I know this video is very long. I am sorry, but it's a very important video. I'm gonna come closer to the screen. Don't get scared from my watermelon. Super. My friends, listen. In this continent, we actually don't want to have cheeky bricky. I mentioned in the previous video. We don't want to have sexy time. Unfortunately, now, because the people actually don't have money to raise kids, the people don't have money to buy their own apartments, cars, and blah blah blah. So for them it's actually cheaper to dress up like dogs and foxes and go on the street and bark and glue themselves on some street and protest about illogical things. You understand? Because of this reason, and this reason alone, my friends, We don't have enough people. Because let's be honest, this channel is brutally honest. Remember this. Brutally honest and brutally raw. My friends, in the most richest countries, if you go and see who is doing the most dirtiest job, the dirty job, the shit job. So cleaning toilets, taking the trash, cleaning streets, these dirty jobs that nobody wants to do. Immigrants, bruh. Yes, 10, 15 years ago, maybe we were doing that, Balkans and Eastern Europeans. Now, no. Now you're going to have these doctors and engineers, they're going to do it for you, don't worry. Because, my friends, everybody wants to be a director. You understand? And because these jobs are paying shit, everybody wants to be director, and that's why they're taking these people. But in the end of the day, my friends, they're not stupid. Trust me, they're not stupid. They were promised by somebody far, far, far away. Doesn't matter who. You are smart, you will get it. They were promised quick cash, quick money. They're not satisfied with the 800 euros per month to clean your toilet in Germany. You understand? But since we need migration, we can actually take people from other continents which are actually extremely good, actually educated, they actually want to have families, and they will learn the system very, very fast. Let's say, for example, they will be legal. You understand? You have to do this. And my first solution, my friends, is to actually have legal migration channels. Contracts instead of smugglers. No smugglers, contracts. Between one country and another, pre-checked, pre-approved person comes, for example, to Czech Republic to, I don't know, drive a tramway. These kind of things. You understand? Super. Then, my friends, even though I'm really against this system, but I know that it will remain the asylum seeking system, it has to be faster with less paperwork and decentralized again. Remember my video, my friends. Decentralization is very important. Decentralized. So not one entity and one person or one, I don't know, organization controls it. Multiple of them will control it in one country. So you cannot pay them all. You understand? Because if you pay them all, they're gonna approve everybody, and all of a sudden in your country, my friends, on your Christmas market, you will have unknown people with cars. I'm sorry, but this is the reality. We're being brutally honest. Then, my friends, for the people who are getting deported, and there are people who actually need to be deported because they're doing crazy shit, my friends, they should be real deportation, not deportation from one country, 300 kilometers to another country, then 600 kilometers to another country, then they will stay there forever. Not these kind of things. No, real deportations. From this country to the country of origin of the people. You understand? I don't care, my friends, if it's a war, if it's not. You actually broke the rules here in Europe and in European Union. Go back. That's it. Crn pečat, black stamp in your passport or on your head because you don't have a passport. Fuck off. Super. Then, my friends, even if you bring these people here, because I know that you have to bring them, even if you bring them here, you have to do these mandatory trainings, mandatory language, mandatory this, mandatory that, but controlled ones. Because you see, in Germany, they actually did it. And my friends, you can see that none of the illegal immigrants, they don't want to learn German. They don't care because they only want quick cash, bruh. They don't want to learn your language. It's simple as that. So we need to have mandatory but controlled, again, decentralization from multiple entities, not by one, motherfuckers. You understand? I know this solution is going to make Helga very angry, but this is the solution. If you want solutions, if you're listening to me, if not, fuck you. Super. Not super, but super. Then, my friends, you need to stop bleeding the Balkans. Stop it. I actually said, no more immigration from the Balkans. You cannot forbid it because it's Europe. You cannot forbid it. But, my friends, move some of your companies to the Balkans. Open something big. You will see how the Balkans will get developed equally. And this money, which are now centralized in a couple of countries in European Union, will get decentralized, spread it across all over the continent. Everybody will feel the money. When everybody feels the money, they will not want to move. You understand? And then, my friends, you will actually, by this measure, you will solve your problems in the main capital cities, where now price per square meter is 15,000 euros. You understand? And it's a very big problem. You will solve a lot of problems if you make things decentralized. And again, you can control it because it's on the same continent. With 2 hours by plane, you can go everywhere around this continent. What the fuck is wrong with you? Super. Not super, but super. And then, my friend, the biggest thing, and we finish, is you have to admit the truth. In 2015, you fucked it up. Before that, you fucked it up. We were actually the problem in European Union. Balkans, Eastern Europeans, we were the problem. We were taking your jobs, we were doing this, we were doing crime, we were doing that. I'm not saying no, I have to be honest. I'm not saying no, but in the end of the day, my friend, it was not like this. We don't do crazy shit like they're doing now. I don't want to mention, you're smart people, you understand me. We are not. We are not. Because we know the system, my friends. In our countries, all the laws, everything is aligned with the European Union system. You understand? We know how to integrate. We know what to do. We know that we need to learn the language. And we know, my friends, if you actually put a black stamp in our passport on our head, my friends, we will not be able to enter any country. So we're not stupid. Some of us are stupid, yes, because they're coming from a village which you destroyed, but that's for another video. You understand? Uneducated motherfuckers everywhere. Idioti everywhere. Not just... You understand? I don't want to talk more. My friends, thank you very much. Again, I have this buy me a coffee link. If you want, tip me a coffee. If not, my friends, who gives a shit, I have. Franjo says, Merry Christmas to you all. He loves you all, my friends. Stay healthy, stay together. Don't worry, I'm not making pausa like these gurus they want to do now. My friends, I'm gonna film every day if I have to. I see likes, I see subscribers, not that much, but I see that somebody is actually watching my video. I pay respect to the people who actually spend time with me. This is mutual respect. Bro fist, bro hug. I love you very much and see you very soon, bre. Until then, aici.